Please subscribe, like, and share. It really helps us out. And of course, if you have any questions, comment below, and we will answer you as soon as we can. Welcome to this video in our series on IGCSE Business Studies. This is Unit 2, Part 4. In today's lesson, we will be learning about internal and external communication. If you haven't seen our previous videos, click on the card above.
What do we mean by effective communication? Communication is the transferring of a message from the sender to the receiver, who understands the message. Internal communication is between two members of the same organization. For example, communication between departments, notices, circulars to workers, signboards, and labels inside factories and offices. External communication is between the organization and other organizations or individuals. For example, orders of goods to suppliers, advertising of products, sending customers messages about delivery and offers. Effective communication involves a transmitter or sender of the message, a medium of communication, like a letter, telephone conversation, or text message, a receiver of the message, feedback or response from the receiver to confirm that the message has been received and acknowledged.
There are many different modes of communication. Firstly, one-way communication. This involves a message which does not require feedback. Examples are things like signs saying no smoking or an instruction saying deliver these goods to a customer. Two-way communication. This is when the receiver gives a response to the message received. For example, a letter from one manager to another about an important matter that needs to be discussed. Two-way communication ensures that the person receiving the message understands it and they have acted upon it. It also makes the receiver feel more a part of the process. This could be a way of motivating employees. Downward communication. These are messages from managers to subordinates. An example would be a message from the top to bottom of an organization structure. Upward communication. This is when messages or feedback from subordinates are sent to managers. For example, from bottom to top of an organization structure. Horizontal communication. This occurs between people on the same level of an organization structure.
Now let's look at different communication methods. Firstly, verbal methods. These are things like telephone conversations, face-to-face conversations, video conferencing, and meetings. Some of the advantages are quick and efficient. There is an opportunity for immediate feedback. Speakers can reinforce the message by changing their tone or body language to influence the listeners. But the disadvantages are it can take a long time if there is feedback and therefore, discussions. In a meeting, it cannot be guaranteed that everybody is listening or has understood the message. No written record of the message can be kept for later reference. Next, written methods. For example, letters, memos, text messages, reports, email, social media, faxes, notices, and signboards. Some of the advantages are there is evidence of the message for later reference. It can include details. It can be copied and sent to many people, especially with email. Email is quick and cheap. But some of the disadvantages are direct feedback may not always be possible. You cannot ensure that message has been received or acknowledged. The language could be difficult to understand. Long messages may cause disinterest in receivers. No opportunity for body language to be used to reinforce messages. Lastly, visual methods. These are things like diagrams, charts, videos, presentations, photographs, cartoons, and posters. Advantages can be you can present information in an appealing and attractive way. It can be used along with written material. For example, reports with diagrams and charts. But the disadvantages include no feedback. It may not be understood or interpreted properly.
What are the factors that affect the choice of an appropriate communication method? Speed. If the receiver has to get the information quickly, then a telephone call or text message has to be sent. If speed isn't important, a letter or email will be more appropriate. Cost. If the company wishes to keep costs down, it may choose to use letters or face-to-face meetings as a medium of communication. Otherwise, the telephone or posters will be used. Message details. If the message is very detailed, then written and visual methods will be used. Leadership style. A democratic style would use two-way communication methods such as verbal mediums. An autocratic one would use notices and announcements. The receiver. If there is only one receiver, then a personal face-to-face or telephone call will be more apt. If all the staff is to be sent a message, a notice or email will be sent. Importance of a written record. If the message is one that needs to have a written record like a legal document or receipts of new customer orders, then written methods will be used. Importance of feedback. If feedback is important, like for a quick query, then a direct verbal or written method will have to be used.
Formal communication is when messages are sent through established channels using professional language. For example, reports, emails, memos, and official meetings. Informal communication is when information is sent and received casually with the use of everyday language. For example, staff briefings. Managers can sometimes use the grapevine, an informal communication among employees, usually where rumors and gossip spread, to test out the reactions to new ideas before officially deciding whether or not to make it official. For example, a new shift system at a factory. Lastly for today, communication barriers. Communication barriers are factors that stop effective communication of messages. In this table, you can see problems with the sender, medium, receiver, and feedback. It also shows how these can be overcome. There is a link in the description so that you can download it and study it.
Thank you for watching our video. Please like, subscribe and share. And comment below so we can clarify things for you.